Oh, Joshy, we are back, mate. BBL is literally 3 days away. How are you feeling about the upcoming SuperCoach BBL season?
I'm feeling awesome. It's going to be good to have BBL on the screens pretty much every single night. Even the days that we have Boxing Day tests and then into a Big Bash double header. Those are the nice to look forward to, and it's right around the corner now. Like you mentioned, 3 days away.
I'm so keen, mate. I'm so keen. We were meant to have the man with the best biceps in the Southern Hemisphere on tonight, and that is the man himself, Spills. But he gave me a buzz just before, and he's forgotten his laptop at work. So that's more of the budget that goes towards you and I, mate. And to be honest, between you and I, you're not seeing a cent of it. I'm taking it for myself. But Spills does apologise. He has sent through his team that we're going to get to shortly. I want to just ask you and have a general chit chat. How many times have you mucked around with your team and traded players in and taken them out?
Oh, I've done it a fair bit over the last week, but not so much actually pressing save. Like my
Mhm.
team has been the same, I reckon, for a week now. I haven't changed anyone for a week. Um, but I've been doing a lot of, having a look at what it would look like with different players in my side. But yeah, as I said, not really pressing the save button. But I tell you what, I'm bloody keen for Sunday because I'm getting kind of sick of double tapping, swipe up that app, going back straight onto it, and then doing the same thing, repeating over and over again.
Yeah, I completely get that, mate. Like it's been a little bit annoying, but somehow, and I don't know if it's just meant to be, I've come back to the same team multiple times. Like
Yeah.
multiple times. Is that the same as you, or do you have multiple teams set up?
No, exact same team with 3 or 4 different players that are rotating through. Um, my biggest thing I'm thinking about at the moment is if I go 10 double game week players to start or 11. At the
Yep.
moment, I've just got the 10 backing in Afridi on the Geelong deck to be good on the single, alongside maybe looping in Hardy or Bartlett as a backup. Um, so yeah, other than that, it's basically do I fit in that extra cane? Is an extra sixer going to present itself? I don't know about you, but there's only 3 that I like at the moment, with
Literally,
maybe Hayden Kerr. But yeah, it's
I
just
no, I was
mm,
just going to completely and utterly rule out Sean Abbott. I don't think there's any chance in the world that he suits up in that first game. I don't think that's like 0.5% possibility for me. So you're absolutely spot on. You said there's three sixes that you're interested in. And I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say that that's Flip, Edwards, and Dwarcius.
yeah, bang on. And the reason you bring up Abbott is I'm not sure how many people would have seen it, but Sixers did post a training video of Abbott running in and bowling yesterday. So I mean, he's training. Not sure how much load he's actually putting through that hamstring, but the best thing about the Sixers is to play the first game. So if we get that 0.5% chance of Abbott coming in, we can act accordingly. But bang on the 3 that you mentioned. Azam, I've played around with using that Afridi money and with the idea that it's just a straight swap Azam to Afridi in round 2. But looking at his form in Australia, looking at his form actually just around the world currently, I'm not interested. The only other one, as I mentioned, is Hayden Kerr. If Abbott's out, he's probably going to bowl his 4 um, and bat behind Dorsius, so he could get some very late overs. He's probably the only other one because Richardson's a rest risk. You can't go on Reeks or Silk. They're just the anchors in those innings. They really don't score many points. Shaw's going to be batting at 6 if he does play. The other one we did mention during the week was Dan Hughes, just at that 117K price tag if he was to get that number 3 spot. But other than that, the Sixers just they have no options at all besides those 3, in my opinion.
I completely agree. Like, even if Abbott is named round one and in that first game, if you were gonna go there, like surely you've got to loop him, don't you? Like, and I don't even know if
Mm,
it's worth it. Like, it just
yeah.
if he's not there, I think we can almost lock in probably a half decent game from Hayden Kerr. But
Mm.
that's so scary because what happens game two if Abbott's fully fit? Like you could be potentially facing Hayden Kerr not even in the 11.
Yeah, and looking at the fixture now, obviously the Sixers, like we mentioned, play the first game, and then their second game's 3 days after on the Wednesday. So, do they roll out Abbott for that second game, or do they start Abbott in that first game and take him out of the second game? They're questions that no one has the answers to. And a little bit off topic here, but compared to other years, I swear we usually have BBL practice games, usually finding those stats on that DV Play website, but I've seen absolutely nothing about potential 11s or any potential practice games or stats or anything. So we're actually kind of going into this BBL season a bit blind. I don't know about you, but I've seen nothing.
There was Monday night, there was a Stars versus Renegades Academy game, and that was
Mm,
behind closed doors, and there was absolutely nothing on it.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
literally nothing. There wasn't lineups, there wasn't scorecards. Absolutely nothing. All I know is most clubs are playing like intra club pitch games, so it's not even, I guess, anything remotely that you can actually take information from. Like at this point in time, the best thing we've got for information on lineups is, I guess, who's fit and who's in the country. Like
Yeah,
it just
absolutely.
there's no, like I remember this time last year, Josh Brown was going absolutely ballistic in like a preseason game,
Mm.
and it was so hard to get information on it. And you're right, normally we do have, something to go off, but it's just been so difficult to get anything. It's like they've just tightened up on, I guess, any kind of information getting out there, which is like, I mean, each to their own, but geez, it's annoying when you're trying to sort something out.
So annoying. And to be honest, majority of the teams, we pretty much had the exact same 11 besides a few different players here and there, and a few different order spots. So you can take a pretty good educated guess on what the best 11 is going to be, but it's more so just the absolute no update on Sean Abbott. The absolute
Yeah.
no update on if Rayon Ahmed's going to be here, which you might have one, but there's just no actual journalism or articles or any updates whatsoever on all these different players that we've got no idea about at the moment. And that's what I'm finding frustrating.
No, Ahmed's going to be here. He's
Yeah.
absolutely going to be here. From memory, I'm 99% certain he was flying in tonight. So
Yeah. Perfect.
him and David, I think David was getting into the country tomorrow,
Hmm.
and that is from our good friend at Honeyball as well. They had all the dates regarding that, but I'm like, it'd have to be injury,
Yeah.
which isn't in consideration right now. Like Hurricanes play Tuesday, I'm fairly certain, and like
Mm.
I have absolutely no doubt that they'll both be in the team. And I know David had like prior commitments. Ahmed's been injured, but yeah, there's nothing to worry about there.
I guess the other one in terms of Hurricanes availability that we probably should talk about is Matty Wade, just battling that side strain. I know it's very, very minor, but at his age, 36, 37 years old, I can't remember off the top of my head. Um, does he maybe sit one of those games, whether it's the first? I don't think it will be the first, but maybe the second game. Um, I've actually got a little bit of cold feet on him now, where I was him over McDermott 100%. But now I'm kind of thinking I save that money, go McDermott with the Canes playing 2 games in 2 days to start the round with a sore back. I'm just not too sure about Wade at the moment.
That's no, fantastic point. Like I'm almost like I've always said, whoever's batting highest in the order or whoever's, I guess, opening, so to speak,
Mm,
that's where I'll go. But at this point in time, I mean, Wade, yeah, like there's talk about him opening as well, which is
yeah,
100% plausible. because obviously there's
Mm.
no Weatherald. Webster, he's not going to get released.
No,
Maybe down the track,
no.
but he's not going to be there round one. They signed Tim Ward, and again, the quotes from the coach was he can open at the top of the innings, but he can also build an innings in the middle. So there's no like out and out. This bloke is going to open with Mitch Owen. So again, you got to look for the lineups, and it just like you talk about Wade being injured, but like McDermott's had back issues in the past. Like there's been absolutely nothing of
Mm.
it, and then they get to the toss, and it's basically like Nathan Ellis has said, "Oh yeah, McDermott's out because he's got a sore back."
Yeah, I think I've got a bit more faith in McDermott though, in terms of I think, and I'm just checking now, he's actually been playing cricket recently in that
Yep.
T10 league. So yeah, he played on 22nd November, 23rd November, 25th, 27th, 28th of November. So he's been playing a lot of cricket. Whereas there is actually news about this side strain and back issue for Wade. I put this question to you. Say the Canes lineup comes round one and Wade is the one opening, he's got the gloves. Do you have enough confidence that he's going to play the second game as well in the day break
Where is McDermott in this lineup?
at number four?
I'd almost probably go McDermott.
Yeah, I just don't have faith that Wade plays both of them. Just with his age, and he might play both of them, but I'm not sure if I want to take that risk. You know, if I'm going 10 or 11 double game round players, I want them to be playing those double game round. Um, and I just don't know if Wade's going to be able to play both of them.
I think this is our best chance to, if you want to go Wade, you go Wade at the start. I don't think like going down the track, if you need a cheap keeper, you jump on Wade because you bang on like something will happen. And I put money on it that he's going to miss games. But in
Mm,
saying that, it's the start of the season. Like that, realistically and theoretically, he should be fresh as, yet he's coming off an injury. I reckon you could get away with it like you only need him for the first 3 rounds.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
And I reckon that's our best chance to get away with it. But in saying
Mm.
that, like for some unknown reason, if the lineup comes out and it's Wade, Owen, McDermott, I think I'm on McDermott.
Yeah, I think I am too. And yeah, as the days get closer and closer, we're 3 days out. I think even if Wade was at that top, I'm just really starting to get a bit concerned he missed that second game. But it's a bit hard to predict. But yeah, I've got my concerns.
I think, yeah. Well, at least he reckons he's going to be all right for it. So
Mm,
yeah, it's difficult, and I mean, keeping with a dodgy back as well, like
mm,
it's not ideal. But I think surely he'll be fine. Surely,
yeah, and he is in decent form. I think I looked the other day, and so far in the Marsh Cup, the one-day state series, I think he's averaging 50 something with the bat. So he's in decent form. And obviously, if he does get those gloves round one, then they've obviously got some faith in that back and side strain, especially if he is opening. So that might give me a bit more confidence. But yeah, there's just a little bit of doubt in my mind at the moment. But who knows? Come Sunday night, may have a few beers in me, and I'll probably forget all about that.
brutal, brutal. Also, one last one. If we're going to talk about the Hurricanes, they did sign Tim Ward. Should be basement price, but knowing Supercoach, they'll probably put him as a bowler, and 180K. They're pretty good at, I guess, getting their positional changes absolutely spot on, as we know. Basement price, if he's opening the batting, you're going to loop him. Like, he a chance to make your side?
No, not for me. Purely because my loop is Hardy.
Yep.
I'm pretty confident having that Scorcher loop, which is Hardy at the moment, will be
Mhm.
Hardy leading into round one. I'm pretty confident with that. And purely because I think Hardy, to be honest, is going to outscore Ward on that round one double on a single. And the reason I think that is no Lance Morris, no Ty, no Berendorf. I think I even saw Joe Richardson's out. I'm not sure if I read wrong there, but I think he might be under a cloud. I really do think Hardy's going to bowl this BBL and
He's
batting in
got
the top
to.
four as well. yeah, I think for sure he can outscore someone like a Tim Ward on a double. So not for me looping off the bench, but what about yourself?
I mean, I love a sneaky loop off the bench. Like it's just
Mm,
it's so devious, like, and you feel like an absolute superstar when you just get it absolutely bang on. And if you don't, well, it doesn't really matter. You just hope they keep their spot. But I mean, like, I'm half interested. But I guess looking at a team that will no doubt change, it's yeah. I just can't, I guess, work it out just yet. I don't know what's expendable at the moment for me because I keep going back to these players and I keep thinking, no, I'll just take them out because I will get them. And then it's like, well, if I've already got them, I don't need to trade for them. And then I just keep going around and around. And then, like, as you said, oh, save team out of the app, then move on with the day. So
yeah.
it's, yeah, little bit annoying like that. What you said about Richo is this is one thing that, and like, good on him. It's fantastic that he's back. But the one thing that just genuinely annoys the living hell out of me, he's not added to the squad, yet he's going to be with the squad. Like they
Mm,
haven't put him into the actual Ashes squad. He's just going to be training alongside the squad because the third test, fourth, and fifth are back to back to back. They clearly have plans for him. Why not just make it a 15-man squad or whatever it is? Increase the size by one. Like, just surely if they have to pay a financial fine, just go with it. Like, who cares?
yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think on the top of this, coming off his 5 wicket haul, I think Nisa stays with them, the
Yes,
Aussie team, even if
absolutely.
he is dropped. I think he won't be dropped though. I think it's going to be Inglis and Doggett that get make way for Lyon and Cummins. I think that maybe we'll put Nisa at 7 because Cummins and Stark are really good batsmen in their own right. I mean, Stark's coming off a
Mhm.
70, so I think he can probably get away with Nisa at 7. So I think even if Nisa was to be dropped, I think he stays with the Australian team. So anyone that's hoping that we get Nisa on that round two double at 93K, I don't think it's going to happen. I think
No.
at the very least, the very, very least, you have to trade him in if he was to come in because looking at his ownership now, he's still in 25% of teams. So that's a lot of
Yeah, no.
teams that are backing him in to come in for that round two double. And yeah, I wouldn't be doing that. I think it's too risky.
Absolutely not. Is he gonna? I can't even. Did they take Cummins out of the squad?
No, he's back in um, to the team. I'm not sure if when he got injured they took him out of the squad, but I know for sure he's in the squad now. He's going to play.
No, I know
Um,
he's gonna play. It just makes me
mm,
think like, and I can't remember if he was never out of the squad. Then it's the squad itself is not going to change.
yeah, I think he may have been. I think when he come back in, I think I saw that it said Cummins gets added to the squad or Cummins is back in the squad. Obviously
Mm.
because I haven't named the 11 yet. So I think he was named out of it, but I'm not sure if that was just a play on words to say that Cummins going to be back for the test.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting.
Hmm.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I think you're right. I don't think we get Nisa. I don't think we get Webster, and unfortunately, I don't think like if you were going Jai Richo, it probably just absolutely kills him, and if anything, increases Hardy and Marley Beardman stocks.
Yeah, absolutely. Bidman 100% is going to bowl his 4. Hardy, I honestly think now he bowls 3 plus just to get that economy rate. And I honestly think he could open the bowling if Richardson's out. He's done it for Australia. He's done it for teams he plays
Yeah.
around the world. I think he actually could open the bowling and then maybe bowl a couple in the middle. Even the depth, maybe they've lost Berendorf, they've lost Ty. They might not have Richardson. They don't have Morris. This is going to be a completely different Scorchers attack to what we've seen the last few years.
Well, if you're talking about their quicks, we're talking about a Joel Paris who breaks down all the time. Brody Couch, again, nothing wrong with him at all. Marley Beardman, and
Hmm.
then supported by Hardy.
Yeah, and you've also got my God, his name always escapes me. Matt Kelly, as
Well,
well.
he didn't play the last one-day game due to a finger injury, so I've got no idea what's going on there.
Yeah, right. That's interesting. I've always been a big Matt Kelly fan. I think if
Like,
he ever was to
he's been
move to
good,
like
yeah.
a yeah, if he went to like a LA Strikers or a Sydney Thunder, I reckon he would have been awesome. But I feel like he's kind of wasted his career at the Scorchers because when he was playing, he was awesome. But they just got so many fast bowlers, and interesting to hear about his finger injury because he's probably one that you could have maybe had as a bench loop. But yeah, I think Hardy's going to bowl his 3+ overs, and I think he's going to get some of those quality overs as well.
Yeah, well, I hope it works out. Like, even if he doesn't, I mean, 74.8K,
Oh yeah.
that's it's too good to pass off. Um,
Mm,
I might get to some questions now, some comments. It's good to see that there's a few here. Um,
mm.
actually, it's more than I thought there'd be. I'm sure there's a lot of abuse towards us, Joshy, but we'll soldier on through that as usual. Jackie B, he's a superstar. He's been here since like the beginning of like the AFL, Rage Trade Mondays, Team Drop Thursdays. So shout out to you, mate. Scobes and Joshy, how are you going, legends? Been a long time since I've heard your beautiful radio voices. Well, at least you didn't say we've got heads for radio, mate. So that's positive. I'm good, Jackie B. What about yourself, Josh? Are you good tonight?
I'm good, and it's very good to see him. Can't wait till Rage Trade Mondays and Team Drop Thursdays are back. But
Oh,
it's good to have Jackie joining us in the BBL season.
absolutely, absolutely. Roddy Todd, he's always commenting on videos. I love this man's hustle. Where is the man with the greatest hair in the land? Well, to be fair, I sent him a text and I'm sure he's been caught up with something, but we didn't get a response in time. So, I mean, chances are he's either asleep or he's doing a million things at once. Like, he's just one of the most occupied individuals I've ever come across. So I'm sure whatever he's doing is extremely important because, I mean, in my eyes, I don't think there's many things going on in the world that's more important than chatting SuperCoach BBL with us at the moment. But, each to their own. Um, Roddy wants to know, are you planning on doing team reveals in a separate video? I mean, I'm more than happy to do so, but I think it's like I couldn't categorically say that it's going to stay that way, mate. Like
Mm,
we're gonna get to Spills' team very soon, and I think I'm looking at it now. There's probably 2 players difference from my team, and I think Josh, you'd be very similar. So
yeah,
yeah, I
and
don't
I
think
think
there's
that's what
going
you're
to
going
be
to
much
see
difference.
around the community as well. I think pretty much every team I've seen's got 2 or 3 different players. Given there's not many sixes options, and everyone's going with the Canes, and then obviously even the Heat and Thunder, the options are pretty obvious. So I think most of the teams are pretty similar.
Yeah, absolutely. G Money 244 says, how great is it seeing the whinging Poms sooking it up and being 0-2 down? Mate, the thing that I know it's fantastic, don't get me wrong, but the one comment I can't get out of my head is Stuart Broad saying this is the worst Australian team he's seen in like X amount of years. And I mean, that's fair enough, but like baseball's dead. It's over. Simple as that. I don't know about you, Joshy, but seeing the meltdowns online, it makes you feel warm inside.
Oh, it's been so good, and it's been so good seeing a lot of the past England players or England commentators, England journalists, the videos of their comments before the Ashes and now to what they're saying now.
Hmm.
It's good viewing, very good viewing. The melts are awesome. My favorite part about Stuart Broad being part of the commentary coverage this season is watching his reactions when England get a wicket
Oh,
taken or if a player hits a six off the England bowling. It's actually great viewing. It's almost Andy Marr watching Carlton fail in the finals esque.
I'm telling there is nothing. nothing in this world comes close to seeing Andy Marr's face when Carlton lose in a close one. And my God, that's poetic.
Oh, no,
But
Stuart Broad's coming pretty close, in my opinion.
to be fair, I don't know if I'm just going soft, but I actually don't mind his commentary. Like, I actually don't mind
Yeah,
it.
he's not bad. He's actually not bad. I thought he was going to be a lot worse. He's a lot better than David Warner, that's for sure. Warner's shocking on the mic.
Whoever decided to let him wear that hat the other week, oh my God. Oh my God, that was horrible. I could spend hours talking about that. Jesus Christ. Jackie B says, what's the best strategy to start with? I'm still living in Norway, so no idea how I'm going to watch games and keep up with what's happening with players playing twice, etc. Who's your best picks? I mean, a variation of Hurricanes and Sixers. I think from the Sixers, you're looking at three, which is Flip, Edwards, and Dwarshus. And then Hurricanes basically take your pick besides like
Mm.
Billy Stanlake, and I guess that's about it, really.
Yeah, you can pretty much pick the whole Hurricanes 11 except maybe whoever they open with in Ward, or if they go Mac Wright at 3, you're probably not going to go there. You're probably not going to go Stanlake or Jackson Bird if they get picked.
Mm.
Bird more so because of the risk he only plays one game out of the two. So yeah, I think you're right. The Sixers, you nailed the three. The Hurricanes as well, nailed saying that pretty much the whole 11 you can pick from. I know we've differed a little bit in VC choices for the Sixers. I think you're Dorcas unless Edwards
Yep.
bats at 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Edwards 100%, even if he's at 6 or 3. I think he's my vice captain choice. He's going to bowl his 4. I'm very confident on that. And I think even in the top 6, it's almost that perfect Jamie Overton, prime Dan Sams type of role. So yeah, VC, I'm going Edwards. You also can look at Dorsch, which is where Scobes is going. And then the C, I think everyone's going to go with Mitchie Owen.
Yeah, I mean, literally nothing more to add. I mean, Jackie B, like if you're seriously having some honest issues sorting out your trades and whatnot, just DM one of us on Twitter. Like simple as that, mate. Whew. Cherbs, g'day, gents. Now that's a throwback. I'm reading his next comment because my plan for this BBL season is to not get gerbed here. He always starts off a very nice question
Yeah.
poetically, and then it just gets absolutely filthy, and we don't want to get demonetized. Bucky O'Hare 3679. Chowdhury versus Ahmed, can't decide, boys. It's Ahmed by the length of the Flemington straight, mate.
Yeah, I agree. I declared on the Hobart Hurricanes pod that it's the death of the chode, bringing in Ahmed and Hussein just because they're both better spinners than him, and then they've got the whole pace attack of Jordan, Meredith, Alice, Owen. So I really don't think Chode's going to get a bowl, and I think the poor bloke's going to be batting around 4 to 6. So yeah, it's the death of the chode. Unfortunately, Ahmed all the way.
Um, I just read at Joel Embiid's comment and completely
Oh
lost my
yeah, I've
mind.
seen that.
That's classic. Like that's vintage gag right there. Bucky O'Hare. By the way, how we have 20 viewers and only 20 likes. Come on, people, smash that like button. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. Jerv says, how many Canes players is too many? I have 6 fielded and 1 benched at the moment. I've literally got, I think I've got 8 at the moment. What about yourself, Joshy?
Yeah, I got 7 at the moment, and it could very easily go to 8 if I decide to go 11 doubles in round 1.
Yep, I've got 8. Easy as that.
And I think what is worth mentioning is they have that round 3 double as well. So
Mhm.
if you pick 8 to go from the start, you've also got 8 in round 3. Um, so that's the thing to think about. You're pretty much getting 16 games out of your doubles in the first 3 rounds if you go with bulk Hurricanes players.
Oh yeah, like you're spot on. That's the way I'm looking at it. And hopefully that strategy actually just works. I mean, it could be absolutely terrible. It might just be an
Mm.
absolute catastrophe strategy, but hopefully it goes well. Roddy Todd says, can you list the out and out non-negotiable must-have boys? Yeah, well, in our opinion, like obviously it's going to differ from person to person, but to me, I think it's got to be Owen. If we're just talking about from round one, it's Owen, Dwarcius, Ellis, David, and I'm going to say Bartlett.
Yeah, I agree with that group, but the one that you're missing is Jackie Edwards.
Oh
I
yes,
think,
sorry, yes,
yeah,
absolutely, yeah, yep.
absolute non-negotiable. In terms of the Sixers, I can see an argument for not starting Flip if you just wanted the one keeper and you're going to go McDermott or Wade for cheaper. But yeah, the other two Sixers, like your Dorsch, like your Edwards, along with those Hurricanes you named, I think they're the non-negotiables this season.
Perfect, mate. Perfect. Jackie B says, is Owen someone you have to start? In my
I
opinion,
think
yes.
so.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Unfortunately. Yep.
I think so, and I think he's going to bowl a bit more this season. We saw it at the back end of last tournament. He started bowling. And, you add that to already what he scored 200s last year, a couple of other 50 plus scores. Um, yeah, he is a
Whoop.
non-negotiable for me, a captain option. Um, and yeah, if anyone's seen his form throughout the year, like he played the MLC, which is Major League Cricket's the American competition. Some very quality players in that. Very quality players. He took like he had a 5 wicket haul. I think he took a few more wickets than games played, and he made a lot of runs. So he's in form. I don't think he's going to slow down, and I think he's going to get better at still a pretty young age. I think he's like 24 years old or 25.
He's had good experience now. And I
Yeah,
mean, like,
absolutely.
all over the world. He's played for Australia now, obviously debuted short format, but
Mm,
he's played in India, he's played in America, he's
yes.
played obviously in Australia. So like you would have that would be the scariest watch of round one. Like even if he doesn't do well in that first game, obviously there's two innings to it. So he's either going to bowl bat, you got to hope that he stuffs it in both, and then you got to front up to another game.
Mm,
Like,
yeah.
and I could see merit in it if there was, like, where are you going to spend the money?
That's the thing. There's so much value this season that you can afford it like easily to go Mitch Owen to start.
That's where I'm like, normally you think 192K, like, you think, wow, it's a fair chunk, but like, it's not
Mm,
this season, especially when he's on a double. Especially when he's on a double. So I'm going to say, like, yes, he is, because he's the one player that if you don't and he pops, your season's over already.
yeah, I completely agree.
Roddy Todd says, "How do we donate? Do we need to put bank details into YouTube?" Oh, that's way above my pay rate. I've got no clue. I'm sorry, I can't. No idea. No idea. Definitely appreciate the offer. Absolutely love that. Your best bet is to ask when DR is on because he knows all about that. So, yep, no clue, mate. Sorry. Lachlan Camilleri 6690. I'm getting second thoughts on McDermott. Seems to be more likely for middle order, which isn't great as pure batter. Absolutely. Absolutely agree. Although if he's at 4, which I don't think he will be, I think David will be. If he's at 5, then like it's almost you could almost pass on it, I think. But then again, if he's at 3 or somehow he opens, then I think you just jump on.
Yeah, I think on the double at 79K as well, especially with the worst score dropping out from flex, I think he's worth the risk.
Hmm.
Um, Even if he did bat for like we speak about form, that T10 league, I know the bowling isn't fantastic, but that's the league that Tim David's been going off on that's caught the attention of a lot of people, including myself. in that tournament, Ben McDermott, his last two games at the very back end of November, he made two 40-plus run totals at 160-plus strike rate. So the form's there. The pedigree's there, SuperCoach-wise. I know he hasn't had a good season for a couple of years now, but he's got some big scoring power in him. I think he's been player of the tournament before. I know that was years ago. He's made two or three BBL centuries.
Yeah.
And he's also, just a really good player that's played for such a long time now. So yeah, I think at the price, it's worth the risk.
Yeah, well summed up, mate. Scotty Walker says, "G'day, fellas. Any chance of putting the draw up? You can chuck that one up for you, mate. Like, it's a little bit hard to see on screen, but basically, Hurricanes and Sixers have the double in round one. Then you've got Heat and Thunder double round two. Round three, you've got Hurricanes again with the Stars. Round four is Scorchers. Round five is the Stars. Round six is the Sixers. Round seven is. Oh, sorry. This is the predicted one, mate. So this one, I've gotten that wrong. That's the predicted one. But we can get this up for you. Basically, the way I'm looking at it is, as I said, I got to round 7, didn't I, Joshy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got Hobart again, round 7. Actually, no, I had that bang on. Jeez, I'm a genius. Disregard whatever I just said. Strikers round 7 as well. And then you've got Renegades of round 8 and backing it off for the end. You got Sixers, which is going to be an interesting way to navigate the end of the season because obviously we're going to have Sammy Curran here. Might make Dwarshus a little less appealing. You'd assume Sean Abbott's back, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think he'll be back by then.
Scotty is literally. I mean, there's a few out there. There's a lot of people that have done some awesome work regarding the fixture. If you just search that, I'm sure you'll find something, mate. Primordial Quasar again, remembering from the AFL season. Hello, beautiful men. Oh my goodness, never get bored of being called that, do we? Since it's my first season doing BBL Supercoach, how many trades do we get total? It's 24 and 2 boosts, isn't it? 32? Is that right?
I think so. Yeah, it's unlimited trades plus two boosts.
Yeah. So you've got 8. There's 8 rounds.
Yeah. You get
Yeah.
three a week plus a boost, I believe, if you opt to do a boost.
Yeah. So you more than like literally spend them or lose them. It's as simple
Yeah.
as that.
Yeah.
Roddy said, "How much do you have left in the bank, boys?" Oh Jesus. I 1.1k.
And I've got $200 at the moment.
Jesus, yeah. So scoop in the bottom of the barrel. Disco Dag 68 says, "Who will be the keeper for Tassie, Wade or McDermott?" It's definitely Wade.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
Jerb says, "Which high owned player do you think might end up stinking it up?" Well, phew,
I think you know who mine one is.
I don't even
I'm just
know.
checking how high owned he is at the moment. My one's 13% owned. It's Chris Jordan. I'm very
Oh,
against this pick, but the funny thing is, he's actually in my team at the moment. I've been trying to find the extra double guy that I may be happy to take a risk on over a Chris Jordan, if it's a Hayden Kerr or anyone that will remotely present themselves as an option. But for me, it's Chris Jordan, just the age factor, his form. I mean, he's been having the same role at the Hurricanes for years and years and years now. And he's 105K for a reason. So that's not injury affected. That's not any role affected. That's the role he had last year. So he's the one that I would predict might stink it up. But as I said, he's actually currently in my team.
I do not want to hear a word out of you if he absolutely pops, and if he absolutely spuds it up, I don't want to hear, "Oh, I told you, I
Well,
should have never picked him." The amount of
well,
messages.
I'm the
Oh,
one that's actually putting my balls on the line here and actually putting up a player to the question. You're going, uh,
no,
I
Baba,
don't know.
easily.
Oh yeah, bummer. How much is
Simple.
he in actually?
He's in 21% of teams, which isn't that much.
Yeah,
So
it's off the name, isn't it?
yeah, oh,
Um,
absolutely, absolutely. Like all of them, I can understand the reasoning. Like Owen, Flip, Hardy, David, Maxi, top 5 most owned. Then you've got Short, understandable. McDermott, Marsh, Connolly, Sams. I don't
well,
understand how.
Short's the one for me. He doesn't have that double until round 8 or round
Oh
7 or
no,
whatever it is.
I don't.
Even Connolly, like you're probably better off starting with your Mitch Marsh at
Mm,
117k or your Hardy at 74 or your Beardman at 85k. All these guys we've spoken about over Finn Allen at 85k. I think they're all better options than spending 100 more k on a Cooper Connolly. Um, I don't know if he gets as many overs as usual. Yes, he scored the most runs last tournament, so I don't think there's actually much room for growth in his scoring. I think he could regress a bit. So he's probably the one that I'd also mention. And even looking, if we're going off the doubles, we mentioned it before, Nikhil Chowdhury is 17% owned. So decent chunk. I just think he's going to be a batsman only with maybe 1 or 2 overs.
You know who's like extremely over owned?
Who is that?
John Merlo at 1%. Like,
Wow.
you can't, and I'm sorry, you can't tell me that there is not a better cricketer floating around Australia than him that the Stars could have signed. There is, I have,
Well,
like, it's
I
just,
mentioned him today to
oh,
you. Darcy Short is not signed, where I would 100% like Darcy Short in my team over Tom Rogers or Sam Harper.
I don't understand it. Like, John Merlo, he just seems to play like Premier cricket, do all right, pretty good at that level, fair enough, like, good on him. But how the Stars continuously sign him, just terrible. We'll
Yeah.
move on. But Scotty Walker, this is an answer to before about donating. Thank you so much. He took a photo. I'm just reading the next question because it's from Gerbs.
I think it's PJ enough. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's PJ enough.
I'm not reading that out. Jesus. Um, Playboy 6356 says 3 per round with 2 boosts. That's an
Yep.
interesting name, Mr. Player. I'm gonna butcher this badly. Damitha Krishan. Oh, I've got no idea. I'm gonna call you DK. DK9642 says, I'm Sri Lankan. Can I play Supercoach? Fairly sure you can, but you're not eligible for any prizes.
Which is a joke, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
if you win Supercoach, no matter what country you're playing from, you should be able to win it.
You should win
Um,
more if you're not in Oz.
100%. Like Andrew Langley, we talk about him, the GOAT. He won the IPL league.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously he's Australian, so I think that's a miss on Supercoach's part, especially with how big cricket is around the world, especially with internationals bringing eyes to the BBL product. I think that's a big miss that Supercoach can't be won by anyone that's overseas.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. That is a perfect segue to something else that a video is going to come out on, and I'm not going to plug it now, but it will be out very, very soon, and you definitely don't want to miss that. But Joshy, Jesus, we've been going for 44 minutes. We're going to go for another 10, and we're going to analyze Spillsy's team. He might not
Yep.
be here with us at the moment, but he did send it through. He said, rip in, make fun of him, do whatever. But hopefully we can get a stream or a video with him before the season goes live. But this is what he's rocking currently. Now, it might be a little bit small, so I'm going to read out the players, and I think most people would have some kind of variation of this. So in the keepers, he's got Flip and Bancroft. In the bats, he's got Owen, David, Hussein, Edwards, Salesman as his loop, Marsh, and Sams. Then in the bowlers, he's got Dwarshus, Ellis, Bartlett, Ahmed, Jordan, Hardy, Swepson. And then in the flex, he's got Afridi. What are you thinking about this team that Spilsy has sent us through, mate?
I think the structure's awesome. I mean, he's got the 9 round one doubles, maybe could fit one more in, but prepared really well with round two. He's got the 2 Thunder, he's got the 2 Heat. And then obviously, as we spoke about, prepared well for round three as well with those Canes already in there, plus Mitch Swepson. And then the round four double, he's already got Mitch Marsh and Hardy. So I think the structure is awesome. I think the players are really good. I don't really see anyone in that team that I'd say, oh, geez, I would steer clear from him. Maybe Mitch Marsh. I think he's not going to bowl, so he is going to be a pure batsman in my opinion. But other than that, I think he's really nailed it. He's got Salzman in there, the popular loop that really opens
Mhm.
up some opportunities for you. Um, yeah, Spilsy's done well. The only criticism I'd say is maybe get that extra double game play around one. But other than that, really good effort.
Who who are you going to bring in though? Like, who's the extra double game player?
Having
Like,
a
looking,
very quick look at the lineup, it's probably going to be either Matt Wade, Ben McDermott, or yeah, probably Matt Wade or Ben McDermott, and
yeah.
to make way is probably your Mitch Marsh, in my opinion.
I He sent this to me, and I said that I wasn't too keen on Mitch Marsh, but he's huge on him. So like, I can tell you
Yeah,
right now, he's not going to change him out. But overall, I think he's done pretty well. I love the Swepson pick. I absolutely love that, and
mm,
that sub 60K that enables, like, to me, having Bancroft there over like a Joe Clark or a Sammy Harper, and I know it's probably nitpicking, but I really like that. If if there was anything that I guess he won't take the advice because he's set on Marsh, and like, I completely understand that, but I mean, even Marsh into Shadab potentially as an idea, like, I I'd be fairly comfortable in literally closing the app and not opening it until Sunday with that team, I think.
yeah. Honestly, like the only thing that I could pick out as well is Mitch Marsh, but there's also not really a problem with that. Like he's got the round four
Yep.
double covered there with already got him Mitch Marsh and Hardy. Um, as you said, I really do like the Bancroft. I've actually been switching Bancroft Clark. But at the moment, I've got Bancroft in there to get that extra Canes double, purely because you're kind of adding a double to round one, but not losing a double for round three because the Canes and the Stars they share a double. But you're actually adding a double to round two with Bancroft. So that's where I'm leaning at the moment in terms of the Bancroft pick. So I really like it. Swepson I've had to play with as well. That's a great price. This is
Yeah.
someone that's coming from the Gather, which is just so pace favored. Whereas the MCG, the long boundaries, he could get a bit of junk there. Um, and I think from memory, you mentioned that he's fixture. He's got some very good averages at the grounds he's playing at to start. So
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, just
absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah. And just looking at one of the comments, TCBBB saying, "Well, Salzman is out for the year. That's why he's the perfect loop. Bat bowl, basement
Yep.
price, um, and yeah, how Spillsy's set up at the moment. The Scorchers play I think the second and the first game of the first 4 rounds. So he's got it set up where he can loop Marsh on if he wants to. If not, he can take Dan Sam. So yeah, really good by Spilsy. I think he's done well.
I think, no, I'm glad you brought that up. I reckon the only thing that, I mean, if you're only going to use one loop, I think I'll be looping Hardy over
So would I,
Marsh.
yeah. So would
and
I, but from what you're
that's like,
saying, he's pretty keen on Marshy.
oh, he absolutely is. But yeah, I think, yeah, as I said before, like if you couldn't get onto the app until like 2 minutes before lockout Sunday, I'd be happy with that. I'd be very happy with that. Joshy, we've been on for 50 minutes. Oh, we've got a few more questions. All right, we'll get to them. As you said, geez, we do a public service around here. You have already spoken about Salesman. I mean, he's like he's out for the year. You literally said it before, Joshy. Basement price, good fixture, like simple. Roddy Todd Spillsy, the ghost. Haven't seen the boy in 3 months. He will be back. I guarantee you he will be back because I'm going to make sure that he's back. Simple as that, mate. You keep waiting, Roddy Todd. Oh my God. Still catching up on the team preview videos, but thoughts on Sam Curran. Have 165K in the bank for a flex spot. Not sure who else. Sam Curran. He's not here, mate. He's not here. David
Nah,
Payne,
he's
Lockie Ferguson, and Sam Curran won't be here until like at the earliest after the first 4 games. So no, pass on him. Pass on him. Jerb says, Joshy, have you been lifting? You look like you could fold. Sorry, I've been advised that I'll be in trouble if I finish that sentence. Joshy, what'd you hit at gym tonight?
I did arms tonight. So I do a different split to I think most people. I do chest and tries, and then I do just arms, and then I do shoulders and buys, and I do back and buys, and then I do leg and buys. So tries pretty much every gym session, and buys pretty much every gym session with a few other things.
Wow, that's wild. That's
And
why.
for those that don't know, Scobes never skips cardio. A lot of the time when
No,
we're calling in the
no.
preseason, he's usually puffing, and I feel bad for the people that are around him when he's on the treadmill talking to me because it does get heated sometimes. But Scobes never misses cardio.
You can't miss cardio. Honestly, it's the worst thing ever. But if you're missing cardio, you're like you just got no mental strength. Simple as that. Geez, we're gonna get some abuse. We've turned in this from like a SuperCoach BBL podcast into like how to get fit after 9:30 p.m. Right. What's the next one? Flag Bauer. Right. Team is McDermott, Clark, David, Sams, Edwards. Oh, send a picture, mate. Send a picture. As a loop to Finn Allen, Owens, Els, Dwarshus, Bartlett, Jordan Maxwell, Harvey, Hardy, and so, mate. From the names that I've read out, looks all right. Send a picture. Okay. It's so much easier. Send one through, we'll put it up. Simple as that, mate. You've got 142K in the bank. If you've got Harvey, then nah. I mean, sort something else out. Is Philippi fielded with McDermott wicketkeeper bench and Clark bat bench solid?
So I'm actually getting distracted
Well,
by a few other Gerb comments, and also AFL opening round sucks. But I think that's more than fine. I'm picking 3 or 4 keepers to start.
yeah, but swap
Um,
Clark and McDermott and get McDermott on field.
yes, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, team preview views were top notch. Mate, do you know how hard that was to pump those out? We were absolutely dead by the end of it. My God, Roddy, it was terrible. Oh, it was.
Yeah, this is where we can probably start reading comments.
And on that note, it doesn't. We haven't ended a stream with questionable questions about orientations in a while, so there's a first for everything, and I'm glad that it's happened so close to the start of the season. Joshy, thank you so much for joining me tonight, mate. It has been awesome. We've almost been on for an hour. Is there anything that we need to say besides a huge plug? For anyone that hasn't seen the team preview videos, make sure you go and do it. Simple as that.
Nothing. You hit it the nail on the head there. The team previews is absolute. Stop laughing at the comments. You put me off every time. Um, Yeah, the team previews has everything. We've covered every single team, every single player that's relevant. So check them out if you haven't already. As Scobes replies to one of these comments here, I think. But yeah, I think pretty much um, everything has been covered.
It definitely has. And if that is actually true about AFL opening round sucks 26, then I feel sorry for you. Once again, everyone, this is going to be up on Spotify. If you want to listen to the audio, you know where to check it out. We'll have the links down below. Make sure you leave a like, you leave a comment. If you're not subbed already, I've got no clue what you've been doing and why you haven't yet, but it's pretty simple. Just do it. And we will see you sometime in the future, hopefully with Spillsy, DR. We're going to try and get Janeth and Ross on. Oh, God, there's going to be a terrible comment down at the bottom. But we will see you next time. So thank you for tuning in.